Something is changing in modern warfare. It isn't happening with a single massive explosion, but quietly, almost invisibly, in a narrow layer of air just above the battlefield. This is the zone where drones buzz, helicopters skim the terrain, and attack aircraft fly dangerously low to survive. It is a space that used to be a refuge for the stealthy, but now a new predator has entered the sky in Ukraine. It's a weapon small enough for a single soldier to carry, yet it is making military analysts around the world stop and rethink everything they know about air superiority. This is the story of the 9K333 Verba and why NATO is watching its deployment with growing concern. To understand why the Verba is causing such a stir, we first have to understand the environment it was built for. In the chaos of the Ukrainian front, the balance of power often rests on portable air defense systems, or MANPADS. While the Verba might look like earlier generations of shoulder-fired weapons, compact and man-portable, what's inside represents a massive technological leap. The Verba was designed for one specific purpose: to hunt targets that hide in the low-altitude sky. We are talking about drones, helicopters, and tactical aircraft. For years, pilots felt relatively safe if they could stay low and use flares to distract incoming missiles, but the Verba has effectively changed that equation. The secret sauce of the 9K333 Verba is its triple-spectrum seeker. Most traditional MANPADS rely on a single infrared sensor. The Verba, however, operates across three distinct bands: ultraviolet, UV, near-infrared, and mid-infrared. Why does this matter? 1. Distinction. This multispectral detection allows the missile to see the difference between a real aircraft engine and the background noise of the battlefield. 2. Countermeasure immunity. For decades, flares were the gold standard for defense. A pilot would dump flares to confuse a missile's infrared seeker, but because the Verba sees in multiple spectrums, it can distinguish a flare from a hot engine with terrifying accuracy. 3. Precision. It effectively renders traditional countermeasures far less effective, meaning aircraft that once believed they could survive by flying low now face an exponentially higher risk. In terms of raw specs, the Verba can engage targets up to 6 kilometers away and reach an altitude ceiling of 4.5 kilometers. While that might not seem high compared to massive S-400 systems, it covers nearly the entire operating envelope of every drone and helicopter currently flying in Ukraine. In Russian military doctrine, the Verba isn't just a standalone weapon, it's a critical piece of a layered air defense network. While larger systems handle high-altitude threats, the Verba protects the frontline units, closing the gaps that drones and low-flying jets try to exploit. Evidence from the battlefield suggests this is no longer an experimental weapon. Open-source imagery and captured units confirm that the Verba is being deployed across multiple sectors of the front. It is being used near active combat zones, particularly where Ukrainian drone activity is most intense. For Ukraine, this presents a devastating challenge. The Ukrainian military relies heavily on drones for artillery correction, surveillance, and precision strikes. When a Verba unit is in the area, Ukrainian forces lose their eyes in the sky. If drones are forced to fly higher to avoid the Verba, their cameras become less effective. If they fly low, they enter the kill zone. The implications of the Verba extend far beyond the borders of Ukraine. NATO and the United States have spent decades perfecting the Western way of war, which relies almost entirely on achieving air superiority early in a conflict. However, the Verba highlights a shift toward air denial. Military analysts see this technology as a tool that prevents even the most advanced air force from operating freely. If a single soldier, hidden in a forest or an abandoned building, can take down a multi-million-dollar aircraft or a critical reconnaissance drone using a Verba, then air superiority is never guaranteed. The mobility of the system is what haunts strategic planners. It can be moved with infantry, hidden in urban cover, or placed in trenches. This makes it nearly impossible to suppress or track from the air. For NATO forces, which rely on close air support for ground troops, the presence of Verba-class technology means their pilots would be flying into a high-risk environment where their flares might not save them. Military analysts are looking at the Verba through a specific lens, the end of the illusion of safety. Modern wars are no longer just about overwhelming force, they're about denying access and information. By saturating the low-altitude sky with systems like the Verba, a military can effectively blind their opponent. Every drone lost is lost awareness and lost time. This forces the adversary to adapt, often by using more expensive long-range drones or high-risk disposable assets, which shifts the economic cost of the war. As one analyst might put it, the Verba doesn't need to win the war on its own. Its cumulative impact, restricting movement, raising risks, and reducing operational freedom is enough to stall even the most sophisticated offensive. The sky over Ukraine has become one of the most dangerous places on Earth, not just because of the jets we see, but because of the invisible sensors we don't. The 9K333 Verba is a reminder that in modern warfare, the smallest tools can sometimes have the biggest impact. We want to hear from you. How do you think Western air power should adapt to these multispectral threats? Does the rise of advanced MANPADS mean the end of the traditional attack helicopter? Let us know your views in the comments below. We read all your insights and will be replying to the most thought-provoking ones. If you found this deep dive into military technology valuable, make sure to subscribe for more in-depth analysis of the weapons reshaping our world. Thank you for watching.